Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. We got ourselves a replay analysis. This is 1474 MMR, which is GC1, 2v2 fresh Queasy. So he says that his teammate decided to go for a corner double shot at the kind of around the last minute of the game because apparently his teammate said that fresh Queasy doesn't have a shot on net. So let's go investigate that when that time comes. But for now, let's start from the beginning. They're trying the shot, a little bit awkward, but if you can technically try to go for a double with this, like try to hit this off the backboard first, because that would be 100% goal if you know how to control the ball by hitting it onto the backboard. Other than that, placement's pretty good. Not placement, I mean positioning. Positioning's pretty good so far. Good hustle here. Oh wait, are you talking about here? Wait, I'm confused. Let me go back to the Discord. At 1 minute remaining. Oh, so not here. I thought you meant here for a second, but I guess not. Okay. I mean, in this situation, you kind of do, but the thing is you have little boosts, so I don't know if you would have hit the shot that hard. But you said that you got scored on in the Discord, so I'm assuming it's their one goal at the end of the timeline. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't think this was going to go in. Yeah, nah. Wow, good on teammate for improvising. That's pretty good. Okay, to be fair, I just thought of this right now. You see the space here? Right? No one's challenging. He can't even challenge you, obviously. And he's going on the back wall. Yeah, sure, he could probably ceiling challenge this, but it's not likely because you're still quite far away. Why not just go for an air dribble instead, if you want to score it yourself? But, I mean, what you did works too. I mean, well, it was kind of improvised. You kind of missed. I have a feeling you weren't going to pass that. You tried to shoot it. Enemy player probably would have blocked this. Yeah, it's definitely possible. Well, either way, it missed, so. But if it was an on-target shot, the opponent probably could have blocked it. Especially if he's particularly good at defense. Oh, wow, what a weird psycho. Nice. They don't score here? How do they not score here? Yeah, this is a little unfortunate. You can definitely do this better. You just over-rotated. You have to know instinctively when you're going to land on the wall without seeing the wall. So if you knew that, you'd make sure to have your wheels pointed towards the wall and you would have landed and caught the ball. Bad shot on him. Definitely should have been scored 100%. All you need to do is hit the ball to the left and he hit two straight. So, if this was a better team, you've gotten destroyed there. That's why it's important for you to catch these shots. To catch these. This is so important because you can just clear it to the left or keep it close. You know, away from danger. Not much to correct you in terms of, like, there's not much for me to say as of right now, like what you should work on specifically. Okay, that was dumb. I don't know why your teammate did this. Okay, you gotta be careful with these, because the thing is, The corner is dangerous. It's a double-edged sword. It's usually the safest part of the field, but also the most dangerous. Because a lot of the times, the ball just goes into the middle. The opponent is often ready for it rather than your teammate. And it's just a free pass for the opponent. Luckily, your teammate is kind of smart enough to recognize that that can happen. So you pushed up. But if you don't know for sure that your teammate is ready, just kind of 50 it where it just kills the ball here. Or at least goes around the first guy, right? The guy who challenged. Yeah, that's to be expected. Let's face it, when the opponent goes behind you like this after a challenge and they're relatively close to you, he's going to demo you 100%. He's not going to go be a nice guy and rotate away. I mean, that's stupid.
You know, he's not. He's gonna go after you. So
Just be forewarned about that. It happens every single time, and it only gets worse. In my rank, it happens like 100% of the time. I'm not even joking. I can't think of a single time where people don't do that. That's also what you should be doing too. Yeah, your teammate is weird. He shouldn't be touching this ball because he's just throwing it out into the middle, which is where Jinx is. So, your teammate's being really confusing. I think he's being overly aggressive, and teammates like him are tough to deal with because they're extremely random. Nice block. Take your time. Close. If you get a little softer touch by hitting the more center part of your car, because yeah, the ball landed right on the tip here, the nose. So you want to just land, control the ball at least in this general area here, rather than here. Because oftentimes, even though this is kind of, let's face it, the hitbox is kind of like this, right? It's like a rectangle. I mean, this isn't perfectly accurate, but I'm just saying for the sake of just showing a visual representation. A lot of the times when you hit the ball on the, I guess in this case, because remember, the hitbox isn't like this, right? It's not true to the car form. A lot of times if you hit or catch the ball in the front side, for some reason the ball likes to knock forward. Like as if there is like a slope. So physics-wise, yes, the ball actually rolls forward when there's a slanted surface, a slightly slanted surface, right? That's kind of expected. The ball would kind of just roll off. But since it's flat, why is it being pushed this way? I guess because you have momentum going this way. But honestly, if you catch the same ball in this direction, right, or this spot, the ball doesn't go flying forward. So I don't know why it does that. To be fair, you could have hit the ball in the corner here, the corner of the hitbox, so the point probably pushed it. But either way, just make sure for next time you control your placement on the catch so this wouldn't happen, because you got too heavy of a touch. And a lot of times with first touches, you don't want heavy touches. You need to have a touch where you can follow up with it. Notice how oftentimes when you only get one touch on the ball, meaning it's a heavy touch, you can't follow it up and your play is dead, right? But watch pro players or SO players or someone who has good ball control. Maybe someone who's just simply better than you. Especially the mechanical players. They get multiple touches without getting the ball stolen because they keep the ball close. And with that, they have way more options to do with the ball. So, your best chance at success is keeping the ball as close as possible. You don't want to always be booming the ball away. You want them to dive on you and then make the mistake, rather than you giving away the ball. Like, this is fine. I mean, you can't really control this. oftentimes, right, if the ball is moving at a considerable speed, you can't control it. And same thing with them, right? If the ball is moving really fast and you see an opponent going after a ball, expect a boom. Good 50. Good try. That's fine. If you could possibly hit this more to the right, though, rather than the wall, this would be even better. Because the reason why is because... yeah, sure. The opponent is already on the wall covering, like, this area. But you don't want to give away the ball this way because he's positioned here. So the best case scenario where you get the ball away from him and him is that you put the ball in this area here. And if you hit it high, Jinx can't really go after it immediately. And then it's also too far away from Gators to you know, jump off the wall and go after it. So you want to hit it in this golden zone. So try to hit the ball up and away from as many people as possible. Oftentimes, the higher the ball is up in the air, the better. So just be mindful of how you hit the ball and how you want to clear it. Find the space on the field where it's the most annoying for them to challenge the ball. Make it as awkward for them as possible. Because you know what, man? I gotta admit, when I play threes, this happens a lot in threes. When I'm on the sidewall, and let's say I'm gonna show it for example really quick, because I gotta get this point across because this is really helpful. Let's say for example the opponent, let's make him a red color square here, right? Let's say the opponent has the ball. The ball is like a blue little circle, right? And you think he's kind of going this way a little bit, right? Pretend his momentum is going like towards the wall-ish, right? Maybe not considerably fast, but it's in this general direction. And you're waiting up here, right? What often happens is that these players are pretty good at, especially in GC and above, they become really good at understanding like where to throw away the ball. Because bad players will continue to continue this momentum and just, you know, collide with you on the wall. Now, this is what you want, right? You want this collision here. But a lot of times I notice is that they often throw the ball this way. They actually like hit the ball this way or they flick it this way. And it's so annoying. I get tricked by it all the time. And I'm sure a lot of others who are watching this happens to you too. You're on the wall and then like you think he's going up the wall, but then he goes and hits the ball out to the middle. It's just painful. So honestly, it's the same principle as what I said before. You got to hit the ball in the sweet spot in the golden zone where players just can't barely reach it. So just be mindful of that. It'd be really nice to see if if this happens in this game, but I don't think it does. Okay, so this is the shot. Yeah, you most certainly had the shot. I mean, Gators are so freaking far away. What the heck is that? Yeah, your teammate sucks. He's too aggressive. I mean, all you needed to do was, yeah, wave dash. You would have got the ball 100%. And look how far away he is. Let's pretend that he's, let's follow this guy. Alright? With his momentum. As best as I can with the camera. How fast is he? Oh, he's pretty quick. I don't know. I think you could score this. I really think you can score this. If you hit this really far to the left, right over here, I think you can score it if you hit it in this pocket. I definitely think it's possible. Yeah, of course he goes for some ridiculous shot, and you overcommit because you're all weird from this previous play. And you're getting demoed. Yeah, teammate kind of threw there. He's kind of been like that the whole game. He's been stealing the ball away from you. I don't know why he's been doing that. But he's one of those type of players where they just think that just need to have the ball every 2 seconds. Like, at least he's not garbage in terms of, like, his positioning. Like, he does do stuff with the ball. It's just he's kind of annoying. So he could be much worse. So I think for this, just focus on like how you hit the ball. Focus on what the opponents are doing, and then find the spot in the field where you can take the most advantage of. A lot of times in the high ranks, it becomes more game sense and like understanding what threats are and like how can you exploit people's positioning. So you have to start figuring out how you can do that, and one of the ways you can do that is by hitting the ball in an awkward scenario where it makes it harder for them to reach, and they're more likely to mess up. So now once you're in GC, now is the time to start fine-tuning and really kind of what's the word? It's like making all of the stuff you've learned, you gotta make it more efficient. So it might be rotating slightly more closer to the play. It can be going for more demos, being more consistent with your mechanics, like you're not messing them up as much. Game sense wise, you're not messing up as much. I think once you reach GC, there's not really too much you can do to change, like, there's really not much to fix in terms of like, okay, yeah, like this is 100% your problem. Like, I guess there's outliers, but I think for you seem to be playing overall really well. So I think if you just fine tune the first touches that you get so they're not as hard and like they don't fly away from your car, and you also just try to get those nice little touches where it really just, you know, pisses the opponents off, right? You got to find the weakness in their positioning. So I think if you focus on those two things, that should help you get into GC2. At least GC2. It's all about consistency from here on out, dude. I mean, what you're doing now is pretty much okay. Just don't screw up. Just don't screw up. So how you play now is how you should be playing constantly. And now that's kind of impossible, right? Because we're humans and we make mistakes. Right? Humans aren't consistent. Machines are basically more consistent, right? Because they're programmed to be that way. We're not programmed to be that way, right? We have human errors. So the pros and people better than you just make the same mistakes as you do, but they make them less. It takes them more time to mess up because they're so fine-tuned and they have so much good muscle memory and they have better habits. Right? It's not like they somehow extendo their car and get some weird touch on the ball. Like all of the mechanics and all the physics of this game is the same thing. The same field that you play on as the pros is the same thing, right? The only difference is that they're just so fine-tuned, right? In the most smallest ways. So just focus on those two things like I said earlier, and I think you'll be fine. So this is the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.